everyone, and welcome again to our webinar, How 3 Organizations Maximize Video ROI with MediaValet. So I'm Carly Hill. I'm the Director of Growth Marketing here at MediaValet. I've been working in DAM for over 7 years now, and during that time, I've really built a passion for helping organizations tackle their content chaos and really achieve more with their high-value digital assets. It's been so great to see how the digital asset management market has really accelerated during my time at MediaValet. And I'm so thrilled to be able to share more about how video management is really changing in the DAM space.
How's it going, folks? My name is Dave Malloy, and I'm a Customer Success Manager here at MediaValet. I've been fortunate enough to work across a number of different roles here at MediaValet, which has really allowed me to gain an insight into some of the really exciting work that our clients are doing. So I'm really excited to share some of the stories here today and hopefully give you some inspiration into how you can leverage AI to build an even more efficient DAM.
Perfect. Thanks, Dave. So we have a jam-packed presentation today, so let's jump right in. All right, so to start us off, let's take a moment to highlight really why we're here today talking about video. Video truly is table stakes in today's digital world, especially for those that are on the front end, really speaking directly to customers. So things like marketing, like sales. Video, when done really well, is an effective way to emotionally connect with your potential as well as existing customers. It makes it easier for brands to convey their story, their history, their values in a really engaging and memorable way. Not only are the majority of businesses now using video as a key part of their marketing strategy, but they're also seeing real business results from using video. Despite the results that organizations are already seeing, the way that video is approached and managed is really preventing them from getting long-term gains. Why is that? So a video is typically treated like a single asset. So it's one file, a single concept. But if you take a moment and think about what a video file truly is, you can see that it's so much more than that. A video is made up of hundreds and hundreds of assets. First, there are the mass amounts of frames, or essentially images, that make up a video. On top of that, there are the additional layers that make up the video. So any on-screen text, the talk tracks, the music, that's all been used to enhance the video. As an incredibly expensive asset type to create, reaching ROI on video can be a challenge. Taking advantage of all of these assets that are at your disposal, especially in really long form video, will help you maximize the ROI of these investments that you make. Even from a DAM perspective, the management of a video is typically approached in the same way as an image. So metadata is applied to the entire file that can then be used to search for it. While we have customers that are doing some really great work with frameworks and processes to make their videos more discoverable, we really wanted to better arm our customers with tools that would allow them to dig deeper into their video content and discover those hundreds of assets within each single file. Oh, sorry, skipped a slide. This is where artificial intelligence comes in, specifically our Audio Video Intelligence Engine, or AVI for short. Powered by Microsoft's significant investment into artificial intelligence, AVI ensures your entire video can be easily discovered, used, and shared. It recognizes and tags people, objects, texts, and more, as well as generates transcripts and subtitles in over 50 languages. This ensures that all users can find specific videos, as well as find those precise clips and moments within seconds. All right, so I can tell you more about AVI, but it will honestly be way easier to show you. It will also help add some additional context as we dive into our customer stories today. With this in mind, we put together a quick 2-minute video to showcase exactly how it works.
Audio Video Intelligence is a powerful artificial intelligence capability that you can add to your MediaValet DAM to drastically improve discoverability and searchability of both audio and video assets. For videos, every frame will be analyzed for facial recognition, tagging celebrities, but also applying a unique identifier to individuals it may not recognize immediately. This unique identifier will be applied to all videos that this individual shows up in and can be edited to reflect their true name, which in turn will support searching within the DAM and help your users working with model releases, privacy concerns, expiries, all those kinds of things. Now, the Audio Video Intelligence tool is also going to tag topics, common objects, themes, so we can find not only videos that have, for example, a monarch butterfly in them, but jump to the exact moments where those show up. Now, in addition to tagging video frames with these various artificial intelligence tools, both audio and video files will be transcribed, have the spoken word time-stamped, so you can search for specific turns of phrase or anecdotes. This can be very helpful for not only video files, but also longer format audio files like investor relations calls or podcasts. Now, these can be translated into 57 different languages within the platform and exported in a variety of formats. They can be leveraged within the user experience in the MediaValet DAM.
What is your greatest reason for hope?
Now we have our Arabic subtitles. But these subtitles can also be leveraged in those 57 different languages, not only within the platform, but also via CDN linking embed codes if we were to take a specific rendition of video, generate a link for it, and plug it into our marketing automation tools, websites, or other platforms. If you're interested in learning more about adding audio video intelligence to your DAM system today, please contact your MediaValet account manager.
All right, so Dave and I are going to take you through some of our recent conversations that we've had with customers that are really making use of some of the AVI features to maximize the ROI of their video footage. Some specific use cases that we're going to walk through include repurposing video content, extending the life of event footage, and enhancing the accessibility of video. All of these stories that we're going to walk through today are part of previous webinars and interviews, so please feel free to make use of the links on the slides to watch them in full. The first use case that we're going to walk through is repurposing content. Despite being one of the most expensive asset types to create, the lifecycle of a video is usually incredibly short. Consider the lifespan of something like a commercial, for example. There's the B-roll that's needed to be created, the editing, the voiceovers, music, a ton of effort and money, all for a single 30-second video that's usually on the air for maybe a few months. And then, more often than not, the commercial ends up in an archive, never to be used again. Being able to find micro moments and specific topics among dozens of assets and hours of video footage is an absolute game changer in being able to maximize the ROI of the assets that you create. This can be approached in one of two ways. The first is to reuse and repurpose video content into new video content. For example, a restaurant chain could use object recognition to find specific B-roll footage from a commercial to then turn around and enhance their website. Or a streaming organization can use transcription to search for every time someone says Happy New Year, for example, across their hundreds of shows to then create a really enticing social media post. Another approach is to turn the video content into other content types, such as blog posts, podcasts, even just taking advantage of the quotes that are available. For example, if you host a webinar on a topic like trends in digital marketing for nonprofits, you could then use the transcript from the webinar as the base for a white paper. This is something that we're already seeing a ton of customers make use of, both with their more recent video content, as well as taking advantage of their decades-old archives.
The first customer use case we want to talk about is Fred Rogers Productions, who builds on the legacy of Fred Rogers by creating quality children's media. With over 50 years of video footage and 3 shows currently in production, their asset library is growing exponentially every single day. With over 1,000 episodes, Fred Rogers Productions has a wealth of video content for reuse and reference. Today, they use AVI to find that video content, not only the individual episodes, but also exact moments within each given episode. This is invaluable for multiple teams at Fred Rogers Productions, as it helps them to speed up discovery, boost creative workflow, and increase the ROI of each episode. But how exactly does AVI help them? Well, one example shared by Jack, their DAM manager, was when the production team came to him looking for video content featuring the trolley in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. Using MediaValet, he was able to quickly search trolley and find all the moments where the trolley is present across their entire library of over 1,150 episodes. And this is something that's incredibly simple, but can take hours to accomplish without AVI. Fred Rogers Productions also takes advantage of AVI to create a timeline of every word spoken throughout each episode. This is including, of course, the many songs present, such as the infamous Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. Searchable transcripts provide solutions for a vast number of Fred Rogers Productions challenges, such as locating episodes that include specific words, phrases, or songs. And these capabilities are especially helpful for the social media team, who regularly create new clips to use on their various social media platforms. Searching for clips used to be a manual and laborious process before implementing MediaValet. But with AVI now in place, the social media team can find clips in seconds by searching for specific words or phrases that they are looking for and hopping to those exact moments where they occur. Using AVI, Fred Rogers Productions has opened up their entire archive of episodes to be reused and repurposed for new opportunities.
Building on top of the repurposing use case, another major opportunity here is to make use of your event footage. Through COVID in particular, virtual events and webinars became a major component of so many marketing strategies. And today, we're still seeing virtual and hybrid events as the norm. Even those that are back to hosting events in person are also ensuring that they're recording every session so that they can be referenced and shared in the future. In addition to using branded portals to share these recordings with attendees and others, customers are taking advantage of AVI to really extend the life of their event sessions. Two of the most helpful features when making use of event footage is facial recognition as well as topic recognition. Using these two features alone, you can quickly find every instance where a specific person spoke on any given topic without needing to watch their entire session. While external events are often the main focus, consider how you can use these capabilities for internal recordings as well. For example, we use our own MediaValet library to allow our team to access and reference important meetings, as well as quickly find specific topics such as information on new features or company information.
The next customer use case we're going to share is from ACAMS, an organization who provide training and information on the detection of and prevention of money laundering. ACAMS puts on events all over the world, some with up to 2,700 people and over 200 speakers. These conferences are recorded in 4K video, meaning they have a massive library of video content. After every conference, they need to comb through the dozens of hours of footage to find those magic moments, which they can use on social, across their website, and in marketing material. And naturally, this can take a ton of time. But using AVI, and specifically the key topic recognition and transcription capabilities, they're able to find these moments significantly faster. For example, they can find every time that someone talks about crypto without needing to listen to the entire session. Using facial recognition capabilities, they're also able to quickly find every moment a specific speaker was present across all of their videos. And this enables them to quickly create new pieces of content, such as highlight reels of their sessions, bringing even more attention to their conferences and the amazing speakers that share their insights. ACAMS even makes great use of branded portals to share the presentation recordings with thousands of event attendees. Attendees are able to review their favorite sessions from within a single library.
All right, so the last use case that we're going to walk through is around accessibility, which has been top of mind for many organizations today. The bar has been set way higher for organizations to ensure that everyone can enjoy their content. For video, this primarily means providing subtitles. Subtitles have historically been a challenge to implement, often requiring a third party to create the subtitles, sometimes in multiple languages, and then a complex program to then match those subtitles to the video. Video Intelligence does this for you automatically. This is huge for customers that are taking advantage of AVI, as it allows them to remove an entire workflow from their video process. Any videos referenced within or published from MediaValet will instantly have subtitle options. Even better, these subtitles can also be edited and downloaded in a variety of formats so they can be added to other platforms, such as your YouTube channel. The second consideration when talking about accessibility is removing language barriers. MediaValet transcriptions and subtitles can be instantly translated into over 50 languages, including French, Spanish, Japanese, and Korean. This allows you to more easily expand the reach of your content, enabling your message to resonate more globally.
The final customer use case we're going to cover today is from the Jane Goodall Institute. With over 60 years of content from marketing material, digitized handwritten notes, and hundreds of videos, safe to say JGI has an extensive library of content. One element from their extensive library of content is the collection of Dr. Goodall's recorded speeches and engagements. Advocates from JGI are now able to search through the library and find when specific phrases are said. And this applies not only to Jane, but anyone within the Jane Goodall Institute's archives, whether it's a researcher, field team, or anyone else at JGI. This has incredible implications for the Jane Goodall Institute, where now they can say, I know that Jane has spoken about that topic, but I just can't remember where or when. They can search a keyword or a phrase related to the topic, and they'll be able to narrow down to the specific video and the specific moment very quickly to reference exactly what was said. This saves time for both the JGI team, but also Jane herself, as the team will often get very similar requests for information from the press and other external parties. Rather than needing to get details from Jane, they can reference old audio or video assets for when she has already spoken on the given topic. The Jane Goodall Institute is also taking advantage of MediaValet's subtitle and transcription capabilities. The ability to automatically translate the transcriptions has been extremely impactful for the JGI team, as it means they're no longer confined by boundaries associated with language. Jane Goodall's messages become global and can better resonate all over the world, regardless of the language spoken. This means they're able to better expand their reach and build on their research and conservation efforts. In addition to the work that they're doing to preserve Jane Goodall's legacy and expand her message across the globe, JGI is working with MediaValet to increase accessibility to research with instant uploads to MediaValet from the field, facial recognition for specific chimpanzees, and much, much more. Be sure to review the whole story on the MediaValet website, as they're doing incredibly impactful and interesting things with DAM and AI.
Amazing, thank you, Dave. So now I know that these three use cases that we covered today were quite specific to the industries and the companies, but the principles and the outcomes can be applied across any organization that's using video. Getting your video into your DAM is really the first step, and I'm so thrilled that our annual DAM Trends report found that 83% of you are already using your DAM to store video. But simply using DAM as a final destination, or really an archive for your video content, doesn't allow you to make the most of the video that you create. By taking advantage of the features made available through AVI, such as facial recognition, object detection, transcriptions, and translations, you can better find your video content, give it an opportunity for new life, and really maximize the ROI and the impact of your video content. If you're interested in learning more about audio video intelligence, and if it's the right fit for your video needs, I'm gonna have a quick poll pop up, so just let us know in the quick poll. Just gonna leave it up for about 10-15 seconds. All right, perfect. So if you said, yeah, let's do it, expect to get a call from either your customer success manager or one of our amazing DAM representatives. So thank you so much for taking the time to join Dave and I today. We hope you found this topic really useful and that you leave feeling inspired to tackle your own video ROI challenges. We do have a little bit of time for Q&A, so let's jump right in. All right, so the first question we have is, can you share more about how facial recognition works? I'm happy to jump in there. So facial recognition is incredibly easy to use. One of the really amazing things about it is that it actually automatically recognizes celebrities. So for example, in that Jane Goodall use case, it already knew who Jane Goodall was. She is an extremely prominent figure across the globe. So things like that, as well as Fred Rogers, would also be someone that would automatically be recognized. If it is someone new, for example, if I am in our library, you can automatically identify a person in one single video. So you'd plug in Carly Hill, and then any other video that also has AVI run on it will automatically recognize me across every other video. So it's really amazing where you don't have to tag people multiple times. They recognize it once, and then every time you run AVI after that, they know who you are. All right, the next question we have is, how can I get this added to my library? Dave, I think you're probably the best person to answer this question.
Yeah, thanks very much, Carly. I would say the best way to do that is to just reach out to your customer success manager. They'll be able to provide you with more information about how to actually add it to your library and enable you to get the most out of it as well.
Awesome, thank you. All right, another question that I'm seeing is, are there any other industries already using AI with their video? Yeah, so as I mentioned, AVI is applicable to really any industry, any organization. Just to speak off the top of my head, we already have customers in higher ed, in finance, and consumer goods. As I mentioned, nonprofit. So really a lot of different industries are already taking advantage of AVI. All right, I'm seeing another question. So a lot of my video is silent. How can this help me? Even if you do have a silent video, so you're not really taking advantage of the transcription and translation, again, the facial recognition, object detection, things like that are really beneficial. So you can jump to, for example, if you have a soccer ball somewhere in an hours-long video, you can search for soccer ball and it will take you to that exact moment. So it's really helpful if you have long-form content. Those are kind of the biggest ones that you can take advantage of, as well as if in the silent videos you're making use of on-screen text. So you have some blurbs that come up, it'll also grab that as well. So I may be a little bit biased because I love AVI, but I would say that even if you're using silent videos, it's still incredibly beneficial. All right, I have another one, a message for Dave saying, thanks a lot, David, for the great use cases. Could you mention something more regarding monkeys, animal recognition mentioned in the last example?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a great question. It's one of the most exciting use cases that I've probably seen in a long, long time. So what they're doing is they're taking the facial recognition that is already being used within people, and they're applying it to the specific chimpanzees. So they can tag a single chimpanzee and the AI will actually recognize that same chimpanzee. For example, we'll call him Mike. If we search Mike, he'll be located within the entire library and we'll be able to jump to all of the moments within the library where Mike the chimpanzee appears. So really, really exciting use case there.
I do want to jump in and mention that I will say that chimpanzees are a unique use case because they do have very similar like face structure to a human. So that's why it does work so well for chimpanzees. However, as much as I would love for it to work for, say, a giraffe as well, giraffes are just too similar in look. So it was a very unique use case that Jane Goodall Institute was able to take advantage of due to the similarity between chimpanzees and human faces. However, it is quite limited in how it can recognize animals that are of a different species. All right, let's take a look. Can you share any details about the cost of video AI? Is it billed by the minute or a package, and how does MediaValet approach this? Yeah, so no, go ahead, Dave, please.
Yeah, absolutely. So they're typically quite bespoke packages depending on your use cases. So it can be billed based on hours or specific amounts of footage that you'd like to run through the AVI.
Awesome, perfect. And then we have one more question. And that is, can we aid the AI with tagging specific places? Can it learn the images in the video and find other instances? To be honest, I don't actually know the answer to that question. I don't believe it can pick up, like it does pick up some locations, so very common locations. But in terms of, like, for example, recognizing a specific building in a video and teaching it that, I don't believe that that can be done, at least not right out of the gate with AVI. It is something that could potentially be done building your own kind of AI learning engine. But I do believe it'd be more complex than just recognizing a building once and then having it recognize it across other videos. Dave, does that sound correct to you?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
bang on. And it's the same, that's where you can really leverage the metadata within MediaValet to actually tag that place so that you can still find it within your library, even if it isn't recognized by the AI.
Perfect. All right, it looks like that is all of the questions that we have today. So thank you so much again, everyone, for taking the time to jump on. If you do have any more questions, feel free to message myself. You can message Dave. If you have a customer success manager, they will also know a lot about AVI. Again, apologies for the video. Please make sure that you take the time to watch it when we send it out tomorrow. Besides that, have an amazing day, everyone. And thank you so much for taking the time to join us.
Thank you very much, folks. Have a good one.